bakers, and welcome back to Let's Get Our Bake On. Today we're starting a new series of the 12 cookies of Christmas. That's right, we're going to do 12 different types of cookies. Now, growing up in my family, Christmas cookies were a thing. You don't mess with a good Christmas cookie. And we would make, I think, like 16 different versions of cookies. So we're going to do 12 of them. We'll probably do way more than that, but we're going to start with 12. So today we're going to do my most favorite Christmas cookie, because why not start with the best, at least in my eyes. We're doing the chocolate snowflake. Now, it has been called many names. I grew up calling it a chocolate snowflake. I do believe it's also called a crinkle cookie, but Grandma Adele, it's a chocolate snowflake. So let's start out with our dry ingredients. First off, we need 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And yes, I'm looking down because I have my recipe in front of me. A half a teaspoon of salt. 2 cups of sugar. Bloop. I am very glad I was paying attention to where I was done with that, because that got very dangerous very fast. My other stuff is beeping. Hang on a second. We'll need that in a second. We need 2 tablespoons of vanilla and 4 eggs. Bailey, you're combining your wet and some of your dry together. Bear with me. Don't worry about it. It's going to work out, I promise. Okay, so we're going to get a spoon and mix this together. I got a big old hunking spoon, and we're just going to combine this. Now, I know you're not supposed to combine your wet and your dry usually, but this is the way Grandma Adele always did it. So we're going to make it just like Grandma Adele did. Don't worry, it's going to be a little dry at first, but that's where the other part comes in tow. So what we have in our microwave is 4 squares. So if you get baker's chocolate, it comes in squares. We have 4 squares of baker's chocolate melting with 1 stick of butter. And then what we're going to do is, once that's all melty, we're going to then combine it with this deliciousness. Now, you can also add a half a cup of finely chopped nuts to this, but I like them without. Traditionally, you put them in. Grandma Adele always knew that I didn't like them, so she left them out for me. All right, so once this is pretty well mixed, let's go. All right, so our mix is pretty well mixed up, and we have our 1 stick of butter with our 4 squares of chocolate, all melty and good. And we're just going to pour it in, and you guessed it, it's time to mix again. And you just mix and mix until it is fully incorporated. Making cookies is a workout. Why is this not at fitness clubs? Can we start that trend? Cookie workouts? I'll do it. I'll teach it. And stir and squat and stir and squat. No? Okay. No. Maybe I'm just a little ahead of my time. All right, hang on. You don't need to sit here and watch me stir. Once your batter is fully mixed up, remember, if you want to add nuts, you can. You're going to get a batter that looks like that. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take a bowl of powdered sugar. It's not an exact size. You just need powdered sugar, because what you're going to do is you're going to take a smaller spoon, and you're going to make about a spoon size ball. And then you're going to roll the balls in the powdered sugar. And place your balls on your parchment lined cookie sheet, about 2 inches apart from each other. While you're doing this, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I know it's an off number. It's not one you would usually use. It's what Grandma Adele did. Grandma Adele knew what she was doing. She was a fantastic cook. I like to think that's where I got most of my talent from. So keep covering your cookies in powdered sugar. Once you have an entire sheet done, remember, a 400 degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. Just wait until you smell the kitchen while these are cooking. It already smells like Grandma's house in here. All right, so let's pop these in the oven. And then just keep rolling them until you have all your dough done and baked. And then let's see how the delicious magic of the chocolate snowflake turns out. And you'll see why we call it a chocolate snowflake when we're all done. Not a crinkle cookie. It's a chocolate snowflake. And when all is said and done, you have these beautiful chocolate snowflakes or a crinkle cookie. Chocolate snowflakes. Look at them. They're still warm. Okay. Look at that. So good. Fluffy. Creamy. Not overpowering chocolate, but just, it tastes like Christmas to me. Chocolate snowflakes or the crinkle cookie. Try them out, you guys. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Let's Get Our Bake On, and let's see what the other 12 days of Cookie Miss have to offer.